All right, here we go. It is Brendel's Breakdown featuring Chris LePore, brought to you by our good friends at the Job Center. The Job Center is a light industrial staffing agency owned by Kyle Decker and headquartered right here in Cincinnati. Co-host Chris LePore joined the Job Center team in the summer of 2023 as a national account manager. If you are connected to a company that uses staffing services, reach out to Chris and he will personally follow up about partnering in the mission to change lives. All right, it's been a little bit of a hectic week. I've been busy. Chris has been busy. He's in Boston. Yep. We gotta get this thing in. You got a plane to catch. Get back.
We're gonna get it in,
back
baby.
into the area. So we're gonna get it in here on a Friday and get you taken care of. So bring classes in, boys and girls, on a Friday morning.
Class is in session. We are going to take a dive into some offense first. A lot of questions about offense this week. What's working? What's not working? Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so this is first possession of the second half. They kind of go to that go-to trick play that we've seen quite a bit, where we have the two baseline cutters and a disguise to get this cross screen for a Viktor Lakhin layup. We are going to dive into Viktor a little bit. Got a lot of questions about him this week, but this is as good a look as you can get. Start second half when you need a basket. Get the good screen set here by CMOS. Play is perfectly executed. We've got an advantage. Viktor catches it at 3 feet, and we're just not getting the result that we need to finish these type of plays. Viktor in particular has been struggling. But as you'll see, not too many forced shots, getting good looks, just going through a little bit of a rough patch here. All right, this is one of the go-to sets that we talked about a couple weeks ago, kind of this stack look with CMOS and whoever is at the 5 position. Object here is to get CMOS a catch, fake this handoff. Every once in a while, they will hand it off back to the point guard, but for the most part, it's going to be a fake handoff into a ball screen, and we're going to play off CMOS to his right hand. So you'll see this is a common play. Again, what we talked about a couple weeks ago is that there's a lot going on here to communicate this guard-to-guard handoff and then communicate a ball screen. So it is good action. You'll see them run it quite a bit. This works to perfection. We've got confusion in the ball screen. We've got a great screen by Jamil. We are downhill with our, arguably best offensive player. And again, we're just not finishing. We're getting the ball to 2 feet. We're getting the ball to the rim, just not finishing the play. Nice having CJ Frederick on the court. As you see, number 5 here on defense cannot take a step over to help. That's because we got another outside shooting threat, which is nice to be able to put on the floor. Hopefully CJ can remain healthy, and we will see more of him in the weeks to come here down the stretch. All right, again, so 2 times there where, the execution was really good, just unable to finish the play. This is a wrinkle out of that kind of trick play set. It looks like it's the play where we're setting the cross screen, hitting the corner, setting the cross screen, looking for the layup. But as you can see, this isn't a big guy here. This is John Newman. So it's not that exact play. It's a little bit of a counter. Instead of setting the cross screen, CMOS is setting up this back screen for a lob or an alley-oop, however you define that, for Aziz. And for a second, it looks like it might be there, but it's tough to make a pass if you're Day here from 30 feet at the logo when you're being pressured like this. So good ball pressure can really bang up your offense. You could see here that Iowa State is a little late. We end up hitting CMOS, which is the secondary option here. If the lob's not there, we're hoping that CMOS set a good enough screen to get himself open, maybe for a shot. Shot's not there, but we throw the ball inside. Get Aziz a post catch. Would like for Aziz to catch it within, 5-6 feet of the basket. This is a little deep. Then comes the Iowa State post double, which did give us some fits. I know we turned the ball over just a couple times in this one.
Once or twice.
And now we're broken down. So at this point, play's over. We just need our guys to find space, play off the bounce, play off of each other. Hopefully we'll see some movement. Hopefully we'll see a ball screen. 10 seconds is a lot of time on the clock. But we kind of end up just in this isolation, top of the key, which, Dede can make shots off the dribble, create space. He's kind of your end of shot clock guy. That's what we get to here. But really good defense by Iowa State to force a tough step back. 1 second left on the clock. Good defensive team. Gave us fits. All right, flashback to the Houston game. Down 4, under 12 media coming out of the under 12. Need a basket. Talked about this. The fake handoff into a ball screen. See this quite a bit. There's the fake handoff. There's the ball screen to the right. Okay, now it's rare to get Houston in rotation. So right here you see 2 guys are guarding 1, which means we're going to have an advantage on this backside. Seamus does exactly what he's coached to do. Move it to John Newman. John Newman does exactly what he's coached to do. Make the one more pass. Now we've got a closeout opportunity. We've got to attack this closeout. Bottom line. I know it looks like Aziz is open. He's not really demanding the ball, so it's a little bit of a risky pass. But we've either got to fire that thing or attack this closeout. Dan Skilling's great attack in the baseline in the middle from the corner. For whatever reason, doesn't like it. And it's hard to get Houston in rotation twice. So every possession, you're looking to at least get a paint touch. Don't get a paint touch here. End up with a tough shot. Again, that aggressive ball screen defense makes it really tough to get a paint touch as the ball handler. Don't get much out of that one. All right, again, we've seen this play, right, where 2 guards cut through. We're looking to set the back screen for a lob. They switch it. They're on top of it. We like the switch here because now when Seamus gets the ball, we should have a post advantage, which Aziz maybe forgets to play. Maybe doesn't like the post opportunity. Doesn't post up. But we also have one of our better offensive players against their 5-man. So should get something good here. Again, great defense by Houston. No advantage. And again, we don't end up getting that paint touch. And it's just hard to create an advantage without getting guys to help. So again, tough shot. All right, a minute left. Love this play call here. We've seen this quite a bit where we get the guard-to-guard ball screen, try to create some confusion, make them switch it, which they do here. Now we've got this whole baseline cleared out. So when this ball screen's coming, Jizzle can move it to Seamus and we can play to that backside, or he can attack baseline, which he does here. We call that rejecting the ball screen, especially with this matchup, right? We got their 4 or 5-man guarding our point guard who's pretty quick. Like what we have here. Let's drive it baseline, reject, get the ball to the rim. Just not quite finishing those right now.
It's a heck of a play by Roberts to get that from behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he got beat off the bounce, and Jizzle put it at a tough angle, and he still comes in from behind and pokes it out. Like, that's sometimes you got to tip your cap. And then, I had to talk about this with Dave on the BCJ pod the other night, Chris. He's like, well, Houston's going to rebound. Iowa State's going to turn it over. Just don't do those things. And it's like, well, they're number 1 in the country at those things. Everybody that plays them says, all right, we got to take away Houston's offensive rebound. We got to take away Iowa State turning you over. And easier said than done.
Absolutely easier said than done. And you can see against these teams, even when you've created an advantage, even when you get the ball exactly where you're supposed to get it, it's hard to finish. It is hard to finish. And
Iowa State, I have a question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
They do it a little bit different, but does some of their stuff maybe remind you of like Jay Wright's Villanova teams there for a stretch? Where they just play so up under you, they push you all the way out, but they're still able to crowd the lane. Like it I don't know. It's not small guards that Jay Wright had, but it seems like the philosophy is similar with what they want to do.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, swarming is basically what it appears like, right?
Yeah.
Defensively, I mean, they swarm the ball, they get after it. They're not scared to get beat. They feel like they have their athleticism to recover. Um, they're a really good team, man. I mean, on tape, I don't know that there's too many teams better than them.
I think they're the best team in the league. They're the best team
They're
I've seen in this league.
Yeah, it's hard to deny the tape. I mean, going back watching a couple games, they're they're a squad, man. They are a squad.
I you talk to the guys doing the scout, and they're like, "Whoa, I don't like that. I don't like watching that tape."
Yeah, yeah, man. They are really good. So yeah, sometimes you got to tip your cap. You're right. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with our guy Viktor. All right, again, you saw the play earlier where we get Viktor a great look out of our trick play set. That's kind of a go-to, not just to get him a basket, but to get the team a basket. Get that ball to 2-3 feet. He does his little jump hook, and we lay it in, and feel good about fooling the defense. Couldn't convert that in the Iowa State game in the second half. But let's take a look at what other kind of looks he's getting. I mean, this is a great look. Inside out, 12 seconds on the shot clock, step in 3-pointer, just a little bit out of rhythm right now. That's a shot he's made consistently throughout the year, throughout his career, and just not going down right now. All right, this is a horn set. I like this play. A lot of action. Um, you'll see we get the cut over top. This is actually called an Iverson cut. You go back and watch the Larry Brown, Philadelphia 76ers teams, you'll see Allen Iverson coming off of these two screens, getting a catch here and playing all kinds of action, ball screen, ISO. So we get a nice Iverson cut. You can add that to your vocabulary over the top. We're not looking for the Iverson cutter here. We're trying to feed the elbow. And we're right into an isolated pin down with two of your better offensive players, Viktor and Seamoss, into a dribble handoff. Love what you get there. Doesn't like the shot. Seamoss likes to play off his shot fake. And now we're just in a spread ball screen, which is what we break down to. As you can see, Texas Tech late covering the ball screen. We should be able to create an advantage, which we do. And again, I mean, we're right at the front of the rim. This is a great look for Viktor. 13 seconds on the shot clock. We've worked it. We've played multiple sides, got to multiple actions. Just for whatever reason right now, struggling to finish those plays. He's going to get out of the funk.
Right, don't say the F word.
4 for his last 30. It has been a struggle, but he is going to be fine. This is when you know somebody's struggling, right? I mean, offensive rebound, point blank. I mean, he makes this probably 20 out of 20.
Didn't hit the rim.
Didn't hit the rim. The struggle, it's one of those the struggle is real moments, right?
Yeah.
Again, you'll see here, I mean, this is like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 shot for Viktor. Top of the key, wide open off the pick and pop. So the point of showing these clips is he's not forcing bad shots. A lot of times when a guy's going through a rough patch, you're like, all right, he's got to be forcing some bad ones, shooting some fadeaways, some step backs. No, it's just the ball's just not going in right now. Pretty plain and simple. Getting great looks, getting to the front of the rim. Just going through it a little bit. Just going through it a little bit. He'll play more
It
when he starts
happens.
playing better, and it's right around the corner. Better days
Right.
ahead for our guy Viktor.
All right. What else we got?
All right. Last little segment here. Just a reminder about how we won the Central Florida game. Obviously, we're down double figures, down 12 at half. A lot of that was we just weren't playing great in scramble situations. We'd get a stop, and then UCF gets an offensive rebound, and we're lost, and bang, there goes a three. Not getting back on defense, bang, there goes a three. And so the really tightened up the scramble situation defense in the second half. And defense created a lot of the offense. There were not many set plays to break down in this one. Won the game by running the floor, which UCF transition defense, they struggle a little bit. So I would imagine we're going to try to get out and run as much as we can down in Orlando. So here you go again. Defense, creating our offense here. Maybe a travel, but hey, the refs are in charge.
You know, it's not a travel if they don't call it, right?
Huge momentum shift there. Again, 24 for Central Florida, 24 and 13. Those are going to be your guys. Jalen Sellers, number 24, and Chichi Marcellus Avery, number 13. They both had 19 in the game in Cincinnati. And then, of course, Darius Johnson, who we've played against for years. Those are really the three guys that carry the load for them on offense. Pretty good defense here to contest the shot. And then again, watch John Newman and Dan Skillings get out and run here. That's how you run the floor. Hopefully we see a lot more of that down in Orlando. I can go get another win, get back in the win column. It's been tough since the overtime win against TCU. So got to go get a roadkill here.
Texas Tech.
Well, that's the only one they've won since TCU, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
UCF.
One. UCF, yeah. So what, 2-5 since TCU?
I think so, yeah.
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 Got to get off the schneid here in Orlando.
Did you see anything about the BYU UCF game Tuesday?
No, I didn't.
UCF scored 26 points in the first half. Guess how many they scored in the second?
Got to be more than 26.
Guess. Take a stab in the dark. Make the most ridiculous guess of what you think they scored in the second half.
Worst I've ever been a part of was 11.5.
Wrong way.
Oh, they went bananas in the second half. I'm going to say they scored 50.
62.
62 in the second half. Wow.
26 in the first half, 62 in the second half, and they lost by 2, 90-88.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I was tracking that game. They were down double figures early.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting spanked.
Yeah.
And then they just went
you're
wild
right.
in the second half. 62.
Yeah, they came roaring back. I did see that because UCF on the road, I was like, they could take a thrashing here at BYU. And then late in the game, I was like, are they about to win?
What happened?
Yeah, you're right. I was just tracking the box score, but I didn't see it. But 62 points. Wow. We're hopefully that's more of what they score for the entire game in Orlando.
They got that out of their system.
Yeah.
All right. You need to go catch plane. Good stuff.
The bell has rung.
The bell has rung.
Dismissed.
Class dismissed. Everybody in the hallway. The hell out of here. No smoking in the bathroom. We'll see you next week. That is Brendel's Breakdown featuring Chris LePore, brought to you by the Job Center right here on BearcatJournal.com.